What a cinematic. I must say, those graphics look amazing.
I'm Nick,
so can't wait.
The road to the Masters.
And look at that. So, sneak peek, guys, I actually did manage to create my golfer, but what I will do is I'll show you guys. As you can see, this is the main menu. There's a quick play, which is, I assume, for the main rounds. Yeah, and then there's the career, which we'll get into later. Then there's competitive, right, but I do not have Xbox Live. I do need to get that. There's challenges, which I assume is similar to the Roy McIlroy nightclub challenges. I also think that they're linked to the career mode, so I think that's going to be interesting to look at. There's also social, which is I think friendly online games, tournaments, which is kind of like the equivalent of society events like in 2K, and then private matches, well, you just play with your friends and invited people, I guess. Now if you go over to the store, ooh, see, now this looks like a bit more like FIFA compared to the previous EA game, and this is it kind of reminds me a bit of 2K, to be honest, but it looks good so far. Oh wow, there's a Dustin Johnson's wedge spec. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Obviously do not have the golfing credits for that yet. Clothing. Ooh. That Masters Club. Then there's equipment, drivers, fairway woods, hybrids, irons, the PM7 MB blades, tickets, okay, no idea what that is, points, and that's where you get the microtransactions, EA's favorite thing, as always. Let's take a look at quests. Sorry, on Golfer they actually have skill, and this was what they showed in the trailer, all the different things you have to try and get to improve your golfer. As you can see, mine is quite bad at the moment. This also comes with it, the very bog standard EA clubs. Outfits, the same thing, don't really have anything as of yet, and as you can see, like the hands and the hats choices are locked, which I presume you have to advance in the career mode first. Then identity, this is just how you customize your player. Like for instance, in the swing, this is really awesome. You can actually customize your swing animation. I was hoping that we would get a bit of variety and it didn't look so computer based, because as much as 2K is a nice game, I feel like every player has the same swing, unless you swing a bit faster. I guess you have a bit of faster tempo. And then you can see you have a bit of a messy one with this one here, a bit more power. And this one is like a smooth one, kind of reminds me of like a Colin Montgomery, I guess. Yeah, and then swing style. You can actually choose obviously which hand you want to play, ball trajectory. Like for instance, I'm gonna play high. Like when you go to Augusta, you probably want it to be high, and then draw or fade. Personally, I like the look of a draw. Swing tempo, based on the trailer I've seen and the gameplay I've seen, the swing seems to be a bit slow, and I don't really like that. So I'm gonna try faster for now. And then interestingly, course management, how when the CPU plays for you in career mode, how aggressive they will be or conservative they'll be. For now I'm gonna leave it on balance, but we're not gonna be looking at career mode today. We want to take a look at how Augusta looks. And then caddy, as you can see, you can customize your caddy. Unfortunately, they don't have as many options for the caddy as they do for the player, which is kind of confusing, but I guess when they have to render it with the bag, it makes sense. And then finally the reward setting. So obviously I have pre-ordered the game, so when you pre-order the game you get a bunch of stuff. So let's open the first thing. Let's open the Amen Corner reward pack. See what do we get, because I do not actually remember, and this is completely new. Wow, the Master's staff bag, that looks nice. So I'll just equip to all bags. That's nice. You can speed up the process. And then equip to all bags. They even go as detailed as the strap, which is interesting. And also in this game you get 5 different bags. So for instance, in your career mode, throughout the year you can change your setup from like St. Andrews links course all the way to Augusta. Like for instance, your wedges might have a different setup, or you might have a different fairway wood setup. So I think that's very cool. So I'm just gonna apply all of this. I'll leave the rest of it, I'll do that later. Let's look at the Grand Slam reward pack. We got a US Open Polo, and to be honest with you, I'm not going to do all of this now, although it does look really nice. So before we are able to get credits, I can imagine many people doing that. This is currency, so I assume we just get more credits or whatever they are called. Oh, this is premium points. Interesting. What does XP do? I think the XP might be for the player traits. Yeah, as you can see, we're now somehow level 14 from 1, which is a bit of a cheat code. Let's do the Players Championship next. Okay, then after this rewards, we are going to go straight to Augusta National and see what players they have in this game. Because to be honest, I was quite disappointed with the players list, as they didn't seem to have that many players. Especially with players that have gone to live, I imagine they can't really have them in the game, I guess, or we'll see. Finally, the Scotty Cameron pack, the best putter in the world. Ooh. And you get the putter. Interesting. That looks really nice. Let's equip that. Power putter. Ooh, look at that. It's gonna look so nice in the back. Alright. I think that's us done. So now let's go to quick play, and finally we're gonna play our first round. And I put everything on pro settings. It's not really tough, and also it'll be really easy. So let's see. Stroke play. We're gonna play Augusta National. Let's play all 18, why not? Wow, Dustin Johnson is there. Wow. How come we never heard about Dustin Johnson? The whole hype of the game, we never heard of Dustin Johnson. Interesting. So we got more players, like for instance Patrick Cantley we knew. Xander Schauffele, I didn't know if he was in the game. Actually, I'm pretty confident that some of these players were not listed. So that's gonna be, wow, that's a really nice surprise. Like for instance Sanjay Im, he might have been there. Like Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth and Lexi Thompson. Bryson DeChambeau, wow. Because he's in the 2K game. So it's interesting that he's not only is he playing for LIV, he's also in two rivaling golf games. Brooks Koepka, wow, another solid player. Kang, Jessica Corder, so they have the Corder sisters. Jason Day, that's a nice throwback. I don't think we ever had him in the game before, so that's gonna be nice to have. Harold Varner, again LIV player. Bubba Watson, LIV player. Abraham Anser, LIV player. Cameron Champ, LIV player, I think he is. And Ian Poulter, LIV player. He's an OG. He's been there since the Tiger Woods game, so that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how many people actually play as him. So I was gonna do Scotty Scheffler, but I think that's a bit boring, right? Let's go to Dustin Johnson and let's see how he is at Augusta National. I think I'm just gonna leave everything as it is. Tournament, yes, wind speed is a bit low, but you can also change things here. Tee location, hole location, yes, everything. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, let's just go straight into the game. This is going to be really interesting. Wow, so the loading times are quite fast.
From Augusta
I mean,
National
this
Golf
is
Club
next gen,
Augusta, Georgia,
but I did not expect
PGA
it to be that
Sports
fast.
so
Like for
proudly
instance,
presents
2K
this
is
step on the road to the Masters.
significantly slower
First
than
runner
this.
here at the
So
18th tower alongside Frank Novello, 15 times a winner around the world. Frank,
there
normally
is
we would see you over
the
at the
iconic-
special spot, Amen Quarter,
the
12
trees
tee,
look
but
really nice,
you're with
especially
me
the
today.
grass.
Take me back to your
The shadows
days. What ran through your mind as
and
you
the
stood over that
bunkers and the
opening tee
shaping
shot?
of the greens.
I couldn't feel my hands, really. I was so nervous to get to play there for the first time, and that was just a practice round. I think anybody that goes
Dustin
there
Johnson
for just
there.
a round of
Wow.
golf, you get the same feeling. You're like, am I really allowed to play? And then the course just comes to you. It really
Wow,
does. It
this
flows
is-
beautifully. There's a
The
lot more
cloud actually
undulations
looks
than you even
10
give it credit
times
for. But,
better than I
hey, you're going
expected.
to reference Amen Corner,
Even in the
so
trailer,
will I. Amen Corner
I
technically
mean, some
is the
guys
second shot
on the
into
far
it.
side
12.
actually
and
they
the tee
don't
shot
look
at 13.
great,
Not the 3 holes.
but I am playing on the Series S, so I don't think you're going to, it's unrealistic to expect it's going to be unrealistic to expect that it's going to be perfect. But I imagine on the PS5 and the Series X, it's going, and PC especially, it's going to look really good. So interesting controls we have here. So Y or triangle is for zoom, and then the shot shaping, I've set it to the left stick, and then my swing plane is going to be on the right stick. I wonder, how do you do a practice swing, or does that not exist? Let's see. No, it's not that. Interesting. Okay, so A is to get to the ball. I'm gonna hit a baby cut here. That might be too much cut actually. Yeah, let's just do that. And then, I'm sorry guys if I'm a bit of a noob at this, because I did not expect this. Okay, so this is practice. Wow, that was a early swing. Yeah, so his swing on the backswing is the swing. It's a bit slower than I would like, but I guess it gets the whole concept of you needing to time it right. Okay, let's go and let's hit our first shot of this game. Let's go. And that is very short, but we've hit the fairway.
And that will
That's
do
what
nicely
matters.
into Augusta's first fairway.
Underswing by
And this
10%.
round is off and running. Down on the course, let's check
See,
in with Nota Begay
that's
the
one
third.
thing
159
I
yards left to the
personally
hole. Pin
would like
all the
it
way on the right.
to be a bit faster. I'm sure there's a setting you can make it. This is 16 feet, so we will want to increase it to there. Yeah, I think that's good. And then also you have different power approach. What does this do? So it changes. Punch, knockdown, finesse. I'm gonna do the power approach because I'm gonna probably underhit it. And then alright. Practice swing. Okay, not bad. That's a bit better. I pushed it though. Wow, that's really far right. Not very Dustin Johnson-esque, is it? I think I'm just gonna play the front nine because I am very slow at this game. Not exactly the pace of play you want. Let's change this to bit of a flop. Let's go there. Wow, that's really short.
Well,
Well,
I've got
that's
to say it, you
embarrassing.
hate to give away shots this early in the round.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna show a few holes here and there. Interesting, you can zoom out. Okay, let's get to the hole because I'm taking too much time. And
What
it's
a
chip in.
save there. This hole
Very
was
simple.
trouble all the way
I'll
through,
definitely
but
take the
that
par on
one
the
in the
first.
hole from off the green to somehow salvage a par. Amazing. Moving on to
Yeah.
the 575-yard par 5 second at
Commentary
Augusta
sounds pretty
National.
good.
One of two par 5s on this first nine. Reachable in two for many in the field, but the green is protected by large, deep bunkers.
Dustin Johnson has a really high trajectory, so this should be no problem for him. Seem to be pushing him a bit, but that's gonna be perfectly fine.
Another good tee shot for him to start the round as he gets another fairway here at the second. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
Hole is
I
sitting
like
in
how
the eagle
the player stands
location,
behind
back
the
right.
boulder.
Players are going to look at this and really try and be aggressive. Ball is set up to go left to right, which is exactly what this shot requires.
We're gonna aim a bit to the left and a bit short because it's downhill. Alright, then let's try it. Sit. Oh, you actually needed to go.
This par
This is
5
gonna be
green
our
is
first
well
bunker
protected.
shot.
That's two good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
This is a sand blast. If you want to make it go higher, we can. I'll be honest, this the swing mechanic is definitely going to be something to get used to. Let's try. Ooh, a bit long, but to be honest, happy I got out,
exactly what
out
you're
of the
hoping
bunker.
for, but
In real
safer on
life,
the putting
would have been a
surface
bit
with
harder.
birdie still in play. Birdie putt, Noda at the
This is actually
second.
my first putt.
This is a very straight
So as
putt,
you can
but
see,
it
I've
will
got
be
in the
fast.
putt line.
So you got to be careful.
You can
not to
turn
run
that
this
off,
by if it
so
wanders
don't worry
offline.
about it being too difficult. Yeah. This reminds me of the Tiger Woods 14 kind of putting mechanic. So let's see if we can get one. It's rolling. It's rolling. Will it get there? Oh! Just missed on the edge. See, it was a touch soft from that line, so it probably broke a bit too much.
So he'll finish that off.
Two
and it's
pars.
back-to-back pars. Not too bad to get the round
Should be
underway.
one under realistically, but
Now to the short par 4 third, only 350 yards. I think one of the more underrated holes on this golf course. We know those 5 pars plus the 12th on that second 9 gets so much attention, and rightly so. But this is a wonderful hole, strategic, and you need some touch here.
power drive, yeah. Let's see if we can try get this on the green. That's probably my straightest swing. It's close though.
Oh, that is a big drive.
Oh, but that's a
Easily
dangerous
cleared that
value.
series of bunkers, but that will leave a delicate pitch shot to this third green.
The graphics do look good, especially with the texturing, especially for Series S. So very chuffed with that. I know some people aren't exactly happy with certain graphical aspects, but I think it looks good. Yeah, not bad. 6 feet. I did not quite reach.
This one moving left here
Ball.
for birdie.
Oh, this is swooping quite a lot, and it's uphill. So let's try there. Will that be
right, there
the
you go.
first
That is an
birdie
excellent read
on this
right
game?
there. Birdie
We
to
literally
third.
did the same
He
exact
gets him
fist
to
bump.
100.
Let's go,
Now to
DJ.
the fourth, an excellent
Show
par
them
three.
how
This
it's done
requires
to
a
win the
solid,
Masters.
pure strike. You can't fake it on this hole.
So I hope you guys
You're
are
happy to walk
excited
away
for
with
this,
3.
because based on what I've seen, it's a nice refreshing game. Whether or not it gets boring, we will have to see, because to have the Masters in any game is a big W, but especially to have it in a game like this where the company has a lot of, I guess, budget, you could say. I think that's quite impressive. Touch of wind, it's not really that much. Ooh, that's too much club. It's interesting how
And this
the
one well over the green, and it's back
downhill
into the
and
second
uphill
cut.
affects the swing and the shot ultimately. Oh, there's a high flop. Interesting. Gonna try that. Let's get that. I want to be a bit short. Actually, it's going to bounce quite severely, isn't it? Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't bounce really hard though. Yep, nice and softly. Don't think any of them would ever actually do that in real life, but it's a fun shot to try.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Starts a bit left and comes back to the right. Should be fairly straight.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get
One thing
away,
I
but
do
that's
find a bit
in for a par. We move now to hole number 5, Magnolia.
cringy,
a
I
par
guess,
4
is
at a
the
stout,
celebrations for like a
495
like we
yards.
just had.
Avoiding the 2 deep
I do kind
bunkers
of wish
left
they
of
had the
the fairway
animation of
is a
the
must.
player
A
going
sloped
quickly to
green
pick
full
up the
of
ball
little
because they're
hollows
disappointed
makes
with
getting an
making par.
approach to birdie range
Those sort of
no
things,
small
but
feat.
otherwise not really nitpicky.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine.
Let's see if we can get this one close. Don't want to end up short though, that's the problem. I think that's gonna be fine. Let's try the finesse actually. Yeah, it's gonna stop the ball a bit faster, I think. Looks good. And it is fairly good. But that green's showing how tough Augusta is.
We welcome
Even
in
with
Iona
the
Stephen.
finesse, it
This
still bounced
a
the
putt for
fairway.
birdie.
Now this will get a little bit of a boost as it gets down the slope, but more importantly it's going to work its way from left to right.
One thing I did wish is that Roy was in the game, because especially with the feud between Liv versus PGA, the amount of role playing you could do with Roy versus DJ, or even having Cameron Smith in the game would be huge. Is that going to be too much?
Yeah, that's not bad. He was
Just-
hoping that would come down a little more, but that's good effort.
One thing I don't like is like on the short putts, it still
So that was
asks you
much
to
easier than it could have been.
get
Just
up
to tap
to
in
it,
for
but-
par after a terrific putt prior to that.
I'm sure that that's something
Another
they can
good par
code
3
into the
here on
game.
this first nine. It's the 180-yard par 3 sixth. Elevated tee, 2-tiered green. Chance to make it 2, but you need to be precise on the tee.
Let's go there. Tiny bit left for the fade. And let's try it. It's still a bit long. Interesting.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
I wonder if we can do the Texas wedge. Yeah, we can. I wonder how it works in terms of... Let's just try it. Might go miserably, but... Yeah, you see, you have to judge it. It's gonna
A
come
little
off a bit
short. That'll
slowly
happen coming through
from
the
the
thicker
fairway
stuff
compared
until you
to
reach the green.
just a normal green.
But pretty good, all things considered.
But the worst putt is always better than the worst chip, so... Is that enough? No,
Ooh, that's got a
Didn't
little
hit
bit
it.
more movement than you think,
That's
and that'll
gonna be-
slide on by.
big disappointment.
So this par 3 6 going to claim another victim as he's in
Yep.
with a bogey 4. On to hole number 7. It is a par 4 at an even 450 yards in length. Anything into the pine trees running the length of the fairway can oftentimes lead to a bogey or worse, with the 3 front bunkers preventing any thoughts of running one up to the green.
Let's just get one there. Did look a bit like a jaw, so maybe the wind helped us there.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
I'm gonna try get it to spin off this bank here. Might look really good, might end up a bit bad, we'll see. Oh, I pushed it. That's a big push, and it's straight into the bunker for that.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker.
Can zoom out. Okay. Okay. What other shots can we do? Blast. Let's do a really high one. That should be good. It's a bit long. Will it roll back? No.
That one kind of took off on him. That
Gonna
one
be
happens
tough.
sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by.
I am putted on assisted aim, so the downhill and uphill is automatically calculated. Still missing putts, so that should be pretty good. Oh,
Got it there, but
just aimed a little
quite
bit
on
too far
target.
left.
So 2 straight bogeys are going to see him fall from red numbers
Yeah.
back down to +1. We move now to the 8th here at Augusta. This is an uphill 570-yard
But I am
par
so happy
5.
to
Avoid
see
the fairway bunker
this
off
game
the tee,
in the
and
flesh.
reaching into is definitely a
And
possibility.
we are gonna end this first playthrough episode on the 9th hole, and there will be plenty of videos of career mode and just player rounds at Augusta, Pebble Beach, all the different courses, so don't worry about that. But I do really like how they managed to replicate Dustin Johnson's swing. It does look like he's actually swinging,
Great shot.
especially compared to Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. It did not. It looked like him, but it wasn't totally close. So, especially with the time, the generation of console. The tree is in the way, so let's try instead a jaw. A bit similar to 2K in that system. And yeah, let's try. It might end up a bit short. Ooh, looks good. Sit, and it's just gone over the back.
Just a bit too much
the
on the second
crowds.
shot on this par
Sorry,
5
miss.
putt. Shouldn't have too much
Oh,
trouble
madam.
getting it up and down for the birdie.
And we're gonna try a bit of a. Let's try the chip shot actually, but with a normal wedge rather. Oh, it doesn't reach. That's interesting. It's disappointing, really. Okay, well, let's try the. Oh, this is the one, the runner. I'm gonna land it like just on here, and then a bit of height to help with that. Let's try this one. Ooh, it's running a bit too much. I guess the runner is not the right shot.
As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Okay, this is an example of where you want to have the Texas wedge. Oh, spinner. I love how they've used the fitted spinner for that one. Yeah, let's just use play. Let's try get back on the birdie train. Finish level par at least. It's 5 inches down, so it should be. I wonder if there's a way to remove the flag. Okay. I was tracking. Oh, I seem to keep missing on the high side, so I'm over predicting how much it's going to break. I mean, that's really all because I tried something on the chip shot.
So it tapped in there.
No worries,
nice
DJ.
work around the green with the flat stick, going to let him come away with a par. Par 4 ninth is intriguing here at Augusta National. This is where you can see just how hilly the golf course is. It may not show up on television that way, but you can certainly feel it as you make your way up to this 9th green.
Let's try the power drive. We want to get one as far down there as possible. That was really killed.
Yeah, that is a wonderful
340 yards carry. That's
here
a
at hole
proper
number
Dustin
9.
Johnson drive there. He looks happy with it. As he should.
From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, from this section of the fairway, you have an opportunity to get the ball close to the back third of this green. It's going to require some good calculations on yardage and proper execution to get the ball to sit on the right
I wonder if
plateau.
that's enough for the uphill. I guess we'll find out. Pretty good on the bar. Is that good enough? Or is it too long? Oh, it's spinning back. Will it sit down? Sit down. Oh no, it's going all the way back to the front. Not all the way back.
It's a solid shot and
it
a green
hasn't
in
stayed on
regulation,
that
but a
third
little
tier.
away from the band.
So,
Now this for birdie.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a bit of
Let's
right to
try
left break
and
on
put
this,
the
but
band
that's
here.
certainly not the focus. It's a steep slope, so you've got to concentrate and make sure you get this up to the hole.
oh, I pushed it. I didn't know you could push a putt like that.
Yeah, that's a nice putt.
Oh, well,
Getting it there up
this
the hill
has
was
been
half the battle.
Part
This
1
got
of the
there
walkthrough, guys.
just a little wide of
I
the
hope
mark.
this has excited you guys to play this game, because it has for me. Let's make sure we make that.
Just a tap
just
in there
barely.
for par at the
So
9th.
this has
And
been
the card will show he goes out
a
in
wonderful day
37,
for the
one
game
over par.
of golf and
Second 9
video
begins with
game
a downhill
golf.
495-yard par 4 featuring
I
a
will see you
60-yard
next
long
time.
center bunker short
Bye.
of the green. The